We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today we got a pretty nice NBA slate. We got a pretty nice NHL slate. Should be a good day of betting, Tim. And then we get a little bit smaller of a college basketball slate, so a little bit lighter for us on that aspect. But should be a good day nevertheless. But you guys always know before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right and what went wrong. And overall, yesterday was a good day. It was a good day yesterday. We went 21-11 in college basketball, up 9.02 units. So a nice day there. I went 1-0 in my only NBA play yesterday. I took the Pacers plus 12, not expecting them to win that game straight up. So a very easy casher there, taking 12 points and a straight up winner with the Indiana Pacers. Hockey was super close to being a really profitable day, and it ended up being a little bit on a slight loss, less than a unit. I went 6-7 in the NHL, down 0.84 units. And my losers last night, Ottawa plus a goal and a half, and I took a shot on their money line, the plus 262. They were down 5-1 in that game. They caught all the way back up, made it 5-4, brought me back within the plus 1.5, just to give up an empty net goal at the end of the game. Yep, it is what it is. That would have been a really nice casher. But I'm not going to get mad about taking plus 260s and then making it close at the end of the game. We'll talk about that a little bit later in my breakdown. The Flyers, I don't know why I keep backing the stupid Flyers the last couple of games, expecting them to do something. I've already got a bet on tomorrow's game for them, and it's not them. So, and it's not a side. So, loss on the Flyers yesterday. Loss on the Buffalo Sabres, which I should have just taken a plus a goal and a half, like I did with the Senators and I did with the Canadiens. That would have cashed. Instead, I took a shot at the plus 178, plus 180 line, and they were up 2-0. They were up 4-3, I want to say, and then they lose 5-4. Good old Buffalo Sabres there. Loser. That's just a team I just can't figure out. So I'm going to try bet totals in their games and not try to bet sides, because I'm done trying to bet these stupid Sabres. I'm done trying to fade them. And then it's crazy. The Buffalo Sabres are probably the most annoying team for me this season, because when I bet on them, they find a great way to lose the game. When I bet against them, their 14th string goaltender finds a magical horseshoe out of their ass and is able to have 48 saves on 51 shots. I'm like, what is going on? So the Buffalo Sabres, I feel like they know when I bet them. And I'm not someone who says, oh, they lost because I bet them. I'm not one of those people. But the Buffalo Sabres, goddamn, they're one of those teams. Loser on the Sabres last night. Loser on the Kings, they lose 4-1. It is what it is. Sharks and Kraken, loser on the over 5.5. It was 3-2. Sharks had a couple power plays when it was 3-2. And there was an empty net situation. There was 6-on-4. There was all the opportunities in the world for a goal to be scored within those last few minutes. Nada. Loser on that one. My winners last night, I had the over 6 in Ottawa and Pittsburgh. Not a sweat whatsoever. And that was one of the first bets I made for today's slate, which that line has moved up already. I also cashed on the Bruins minus 133. That line moved all the way up to minus 180 by the time the show started. Or was I think of minus 175, whatever. By the time the show started, I was lucky to get that line. They cashed. They come through. You cashed your ticket there. Probably my favorite game of the night. Florida and Edmonton. Edmonton team total under 3.5. Absolute easy casher here, as it shouldn't have been that way, because Sergei Bobrovsky stood on his head last night for the Panthers. So that was a very impressive performance there. 6-0 was the final score, so under 7 still cashed. And it took us all the way to January 20th to get our first 7 in the NHL. We have another one today in the NHL. And then my final winners for today. I had a loser with the money line for Montreal Canadiens plus 264, but they made me money last night because I had their plus 1.5 at plus 136, and I had their team total over 1.5. 1.5, look to take those over. I know they're going to be a little juicy. Look to take 1.5 over the total because teams are going to put up 2 goals most of the time. So winner on that one. But I finished 6 and 7, down 0.84 units in the NHL last night. I'm looking to have a little bit of a bounce back performance here with a nice little slate that I really like. Or a 8-game slate that I really like.
There you go. That sounds good. Yesterday up on the site for ESB, we went 24 and 16, and it was up $712. We're now number one on yesterday's tab, and I mean that one kind of was given, and we're now number one on the last 7 days. Slowly starting to make our money back, get our mojo back, and I think we're within single digits of money down in college basketball this year for 2022. After I think at one point we were down like 34 units or something after a really, really rough start to the year. We've had a really good run since then, including another really good day of a 20 and 11. Nick said 21 and 11. He accidentally added App State to his card. That was not part of our card, so he cashed on that one. He got lucky, but yeah, of course, the one game you
it was all skill.
Yeah, the one game you it actually plays and you cashed it. I accidentally added Western Illinois -6 to my card, and that game ended up being postponed. But as for the ESP card from last night, 1-0 in NBA, which Phoenix got the job done there. Very nice. Really big fourth quarter from them. 3 and 5 in the NHL. Not going to sweat it. Could have been a profitable day. Most of the stuff that we lost was plus money anyway, so I'm all right with that. And then that brings us to the 20 and 11 losers on that. JMU -7 lost straight up for whatever reason. Whenever we bet James Madison, they lose. I don't know why. That's just how it happens. Wright State and IUPUI over, missed. The under in that UMass game, missed. Charlotte, North Texas over was a loser. Grand Canyon, don't get me started on them. I don't know how they lost by like freaking 40, and their over wasn't even close. San Diego State went over, but at least San Diego State covered the 8.5. But the under was a loser. The over in CS Fullerton was a loser. Montana State over was a Montana and Portland State over was a loser. Florida State and North Florida, that was the early game yesterday. Got crushed on that one. The under in that Long Beach game was a loser, and then Grand Canyon. Our winners yesterday, College of Charleston and Towson under, VMI -4. Chattanooga and UNCG over the 124. SMU and Memphis under. AP and Tennessee Martin under. FIU +2.5. Troy under the 144 cashed. Calbap and Tarleton State over cashed. Double winner in that UMKC game when we had the over and UMKC. Easy winner, laying 27 points with Murray State. We had the under in the Dixie State. Over in UConn was a sweat, but we got that one worked out. Under in Sacramento State and Eastern Washington. My last Woody standing pick, Tulsa and Cincinnati over cashed. Portland State +4 cashed. And then at the end of the night was a nice little 3-0 end of the night with the under in UCLA. And then a double winner in the Arizona game, Arizona -9, and the under 151. 24 and 16 yesterday, up 7.12 units. Ready to keep on rolling. We've been profitable now 5 out of 6 days. If you guys are interested in the college basketball plays, we've been on a little bit of a heater. EarleSportsBets.com/promo. You get our 7-day package for $50. Use the code YEAR for 20% off. $40 for a week, which we gave out almost 30 plays yesterday. We gave out 31 plays yesterday by themselves. So we give out a lot of plays. I think it's pretty worth it. even if it was for one day, $40. So, but that is a complete recap from yesterday. We went 10 minutes recapping yesterday, but let's go ahead and say hi to the chat and then hop into today's slate. Let's go. Wild Picks is in the chat. What's up, Terry? Smash the like button. Moneybags, if you guys have not checked out Terry's show, we did a NFL show. I'll end up linking that in the chat towards the end of the show if you guys want to go check that out. Me, Nick, Terry, and a couple other content creators. Nathan was in there, Social was in there, Jesse, and somebody else that's escaping my mind. But we had a panel of 7 people.
Chubbs, VIP.
Chubbs,
On
thank
Twitter.
you. And we had a good show last night. So if you guys are interested in that, check out. I'll put that link in the description or a link in the chat after we're done here. Morning, guys. Good morning, Tiffany. Pandra Life, let's go. Sabres win 2 and lose 6. Yes, I know. Sabres suck. We get it. St. Bonnie's -6. I don't believe that we did bet that game. We got the under, but Bonnie, we have them as -8, so I guess that's fine. That's a 2-point value. Not quite enough for us, though. That Sharks game was the only game that messed up my 5. It happened.
Yeah.
Wagner -4. We have them as around 4.5-point favorites, so it would be a lean that way. So good luck. Vegas Knights was a sweat. Sharks.
Well, I mean, you laid -300 on them, so I mean that's
probably for parlay. Sharks game was the only game that didn't mess up my 5-team ticket. It didn't go over. But there are multiple chances. Correct. Nick had the same problem. What's up, guys? Doing awesome like always. As I was yawning, hit the like button. Thank you. Kent State +7.5. It would be a lean towards Buffalo at the 7.5. We have them as 8.5-point favorites. Buffalo. So, but none of those, none of the 3 that we mentioned, we bet for side. So, good luck to everybody with that.
Oh, by the way, and Terry in the chat, I just put you as a moderator, so if you wanted to post your link for your show from last night in the live chat, you can go ahead and do that. That will not be a problem. He wasn't a mod yet for whatever reason.
That was weird. Cleveland State -8. We have it exactly lined at -8, so no value either way. Let's jump into some NBA. I'll rapid fire through these, Nick.
Yeah. We're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder here at the Charlotte Hornets in this game. The Hornets are 9.5-point home favorites, a total of 224. Are you interested in starting your slate off here?
Yes. These are 2 of the teams that I've been backing a lot this year. Considering Oklahoma City is number 2 against the spread and Charlotte's number 4. I'm backing Charlotte today. I got them at -9. It's this close to the limit that I normally do, which is 10. I just think that Charlotte's overall the better team by a long shot, and it's not particularly close. And at home, 14-4 against the spread at home this year for the Charlotte Hornets, including a 12-6 record. This team's a good home team, and I'm just going to keep riding that. I know it's 9 points, and that's a little bit much. It's not quite to that 10 mark, though, so I think that's fine. In terms of injuries in this one, nothing significant. PJ Washington's the only one that's questionable. Everybody else should be good to go in this game. So I'm grabbing Charlotte to win in a rout today.
Yeah, I stayed off this one here. Let me get my NBA numbers up. I had this game exactly at 9.5. So I didn't see enough value to get involved here. I liked seeing the Hornets as big favorites. I'm hoping they start to make a run for that division. But obviously, I keep backing the team that they're trying to catch. So I don't know how productive I'm being there. But
you're hedging yourself. You're good.
Yeah, I'm hedging myself. There we go. I want the Hornets to catch back up and compete for the division. I'm also betting the Heat a lot, so I don't know. Kind of counterproductive there, but it is what it is. Yeah, but I have
whatever the numbers say.
Yeah, I had this game at 9.5. It's 9.5, so this was a pretty simple stay off for me.
That's fair. St. Peter's money line. Why are they dogs? Because we have Niagara as 3-point favorites at home. St. Peter's is also on the road, so Ohio, Wagner, over in Merrimack, over in Evansville. We bet all of those besides Wagner. Keep on rolling, though.
Yeah, we're gonna move on here. Interesting little matchup here. The LA Lakers are at the Orlando Magic here. Lakers are 5-point road favorites in this one here. We have a total of 218.5. What are you looking at in this game?
I'm not betting this one. As crazy as it sounds, I would much rather lean towards the Lakers than the Magic just because I don't trust the Magic right now. They're both covering their last 10, 5 out of 5. So both of them have been pretty consistent there, but both of them suck against the spread this year. I do not trust this Orlando team. They're 2-16 at home, 4-14 against the spread at home. It'd be a lean towards the Lakers, but I'd rather pass on this game than try to trust the Lakers laying points on the road.
Yeah, this is one where I almost backed the Magic in this game. I wouldn't. But my number for this one is 3.5. So I needed more like 5.5, 6 rather than just 5. I know it's only a half-point difference, but for me, that's the difference between seeing enough value on a play and not seeing enough value on a play is half a point sometimes. I needed 5.5, 6 in this one. So at 5, it's a lean towards the Orlando Magic. It's definitely a lean. It's not a bet though. If this game hits 6 later in the day, I might add it on. But for right now, nothing in this game.
Yeah, that's good. Do you think Wisconsin goes over? Yes. I can't wait for hockey.
Me too.
Yeah, I guess. That's why I'm trying to rapid fire so that Nick can be happy with his hockey. Florida money line.
Rapid fire.
I know, I'm kidding. Florida and Tampa Bay money line and 2 NHL high odd parlay. Good luck.
I don't mind Tampa Bay and I don't mind Vancouver or Florida.
Was a good show. Good morning, Carmen. Yes, that was a good show last night. We'll keep on rolling through. We got this game up next.
Yeah, LA Clippers are at the Philadelphia 76ers in this one here. The Sixers are 8.5-point home favorites, a total of 213.5 here. Sam, me and you disagreed on this game this morning. I didn't end up betting this game, but I have a strong lean one way. I know you bet the other way. Where are you looking at for this game?
I'm on the Sixers. There was a rumored Sixers possible trade. 76ers. Still, I saw something with Ben Simmons might be traded soon, and there was like a whole like trade probability set up with 76ers in Sacramento that involved I believe it was Buddy Hield and another king. Yeah, there was a lot of there was a thing that was about to go down, but I can't find it on the thing. So, but I'm on the Sixers on this game. This Clipper team is beat up. I know they just went to overtime against a good Denver team, and kind of flopped after that. They haven't played since, and they're traveling from Denver to Philadelphia. They have a day's worth of rest in between, so I guess that's fine. Philly's just been a very hot team. 8-2 their last 10, and 8-2 against the spread, and they're at home, which they've been pretty good at home this year. I think this is a good spot. I think this is going to be a similar game to the Charlotte Hornets game, where the Sixers win in a rout. This Clipper team is beat up, still without Paul George. Marcus Morris is questionable. Batum is questionable. So they're working with a short bench already, and their bench is getting even shorter. I'm thinking that the depth on Philadelphia is going to be able to outdo the Clippers. So I'm going to take the Sixers minus 8.5 in this game.
Yeah, I was leaning towards the other side of this game. I had this game around a 6, 5.5, 6. And honestly, you looked at that game. You said they flopped in overtime. That was a very positive game in my eyes
100%.
for the LA Clippers. They were 8.5-point dogs and forced overtime in that game. I think that showed a lot of positive that even without Paul George, they're able to cover And I think Denver at home is a similar team to the Sixers at home. I have those two teams ranked pretty closely, so I can see the Clippers competing in this game as well. So I'm leaning Clippers in this one. I'm obviously not going to bet it. You've already put the Sixers up on the site, and you're the NBA guy for ESP. But I'd be leaning the opposite way with the Clippers here. I liked them the other night against Denver. I like them tonight. I'm just hoping I don't have another "I told you so" moment later tonight when this game is a 3-point game.
I just don't see it. You said it was a positive game when they played Denver.
Mm-hmm.
You realize the Clippers were up like 15 at one point, and they were even up like 8
I
points
know.
with 4 minutes to go, and they
They,
blew
they,
both
they
leads.
were leading as an 8.5-point underdog without Paul George. Yes, that's very positive to me. I know. I mean, they
And
made
then blowing the lead. The only time that the Clippers played well was when Nikola Jokic was off the court.
All right, you know what? Actually, this is making me look to want to do then, because we've seen this a few times now. What about Clippers first half +5? They keep it close in the first half or lead at the end of the first half, and then after that they struggle to close out the game.
That's up to you. I don't really bet first halves.
That's where I'd be leaning then. Clippers first half +5 is where I'd be looking in this game.
That's fine. AJ's missed the show. Well, Terry, you can put the link to your channel in the chat if you wanted to. Ryder Canisius over. Didn't bet it. And then Illinois money line. I mean, considering that we have them as 6.5-point favorites, I don't know what the line is. Let's see. At a 4, sure, go ahead. But it's at what, a minus 190? That would have to be a parlay piece, right?
Not really. Depends on what your max juice you lay is.
Pistons +14 looks nice. We'll get into that game in a little bit. I think I passed on that one, though. We'll keep moving on, Nick.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the Miami Heat at the Atlanta Hawks in this one here. Hawks are 1.5-point home favorites, a total of 219. My first play of the day is in this game. Are you looking at anything in this one?
Yeah, I'm on the Heat. I grabbed them money line on the site. Clint Capella is still questionable, has not played since the 7th. So in 2 weeks, he has not played for the Hawks. Tyler Herro will be out today along with Kyle Lowry. Bogdanovich remains out for Atlanta. I think this is a good spot for Miami. They've been playing really good ball lately. 7-3, 8-2 against the spread. They've worked their way up. I believe I'm going to check this to make sure I'm right. I believe they're tied for first place. Nope, they're a game back for first place in the Eastern Conference, which is really strong. They've been playing really well, even without most of their players. It's kind of a next man up mentality in Miami, and it's been working. Yes, we can get the narrative of Atlanta at home, but they have not been good at home lately. They're 10-11 at home this year, 9-12 against the spread. They've been struggling, a 4-6 last 10 games, and 4-6 against the spread. This is a spot where I think Miami takes care of business and gets to their 30th win of the season and threatens the Bulls for to tie that first place in the Eastern Conference today.
Yeah, and looking at this spot here, I got an interesting question for you, Tim.
Go ahead.
Looking at it now, is now the time to jump on them here? Plus 550 to win the Eastern Conference and 14-1 to win the NBA Finals for the Miami Heat? Because they've proven, even through injuries, that this team is going to win games.
I think I will say, if there was a way to bet it, NBA Finals to be won by a Western Conference team. The Western Conference is a lot stronger than the Eastern Conference. I would take the Warriors over anybody in the East. I would take the Suns over anybody in the East. I would take the Grizzlies, the Jazz, and the Nuggets with Porter and Murray in over anybody in the Eastern Conference. So, if anything, Miami to win the Eastern Conference, I would be totally down for. But Miami to win the entire thing, I don't think so. any Eastern Conference team to win the entire thing. I don't think so. That's just me,
All right,
though.
fair enough. Fair enough. I wasn't gonna bet it at all. I was just picking your brain a little bit there. Yeah, but for me, this is a Miami spot as well. We all know what Miami has done as an underdog this year. If they're ever plus points or plus money, just bet them and just watch the money print. Is basically what they've done. They're 11-4 straight up as an underdog this year. They're 13-2 against the spread while getting points. And today is no different. I like them straight up on the money line here. I got them around plus 110. Miami gets the job done here in this game. I think that this is a much better Miami team than what do you call it? I had this game around a 2-point favorite for Miami, so we're getting them a nice plus money when I think they should be a slight favorite in this game. So yeah, give me the Heat as they're heating up here, plus the 110.
Sounds good. Nevada Fresno over, didn't bet it, and the Illinois State money line didn't bet Illinois State money line, but we have them as 8.5-point favorites, so that's probably kind of juicy. Let's see if I'm right on that one. What are they at? 7, so it'd be a minus 305. That's pretty juicy.
Maybe
I would not
piece.
maybe a parlay piece, but I would not put them as a main thing. We'll keep on rolling though, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Portland Trailblazers. They're traveling to Boston to take on the Celtics. Celtics are 8.5-point home favorites. We have a total of 212 in this game. Tim, what are you looking at for this one?
No, I didn't get anything in this game. It would be a lean towards the Portland Trailblazers. They've been covering spreads lately. 5 out of their last 10, but they've been covering games that they really shouldn't be. And without Dame, I think this team is kind of undervalued. Norman Powell remains out, though. Marcus Smart is questionable on the Boston side. But I feel like this Portland team is a little bit undervalued. I did not bet them today. It would be a lean that way. I could even, as crazy as it sounds, I could easily see this one being Portland winning the game straight up. But I just because, hey, it's the NBA, anything can happen. But I'm going to be passing on this game. I'm not necessarily interested in it. It would be a lean towards Portland, though.
Yeah, for me in this game, I'm actually adding Portland to my card because this line's moved from 8 to 8.5, and my line for this game was 6.5. It's finally got up to that threshold where it's at a spot I wanted it. So I like the Blazers here plus the 8.5. They've been pretty decent lately. As an underdog this year, I'm trying to see where they are. They're not great as an underdog this year in general, but this is a team that recently I think has been a little bit better ATS. And now I know that Portland's one of the worst teams ATS this year, but this is a Portland team that, yeah, as you mentioned, they've been way undervalued here. I've cashed a few times on them recently, getting big points against a team that they just hang around and hang around and hang around, and they keep it close. And I think that's going to be similar to this game as well. So I'll take the points in this one. Give me 8.5 with the Blazers.
Yeah. I will say Blazers in terms of covering the spread, in terms of their percentage, they are second to last this year. And they're one of 2 teams that are under 40% hitting their spread this year. The only other team, the Atlanta Hawks. And then the Lakers are exactly on that 40% mark. So, and then you got Brooklyn and Denver who are bottom 5 as well. In terms of covering spreads, their percentages of doing it, which is all right. That's whatever. But I would be a lean towards Portland even with that right now. So, but I passed on this game. I did not pass on this next game though.
Yeah, we have the Toronto Raptors at the Washington Wizards. This game is a pick'em here. A total of 219 for this game. Where are you looking?
I think that this is going to be a statement win. I like the Raptors. This is a team that had a really rough start to the year, and then since then has been pretty strong. 6-4 in their last 10, 7-3 against the spread. This is the game where they're going up against a team that's ahead of them, which I feel like they could beat. Toronto is on the edge, looking out. They're currently 10th in the Eastern Conference, about 2.5 games back for that 8th spot from Washington. I think this has got to be a game that they get. They're healthy. Siakam, Van Vliet, Anunoby, Barnes, Boucher, all healthy. The only one is Gary Trent Jr., who is questionable. He should be good to go, though. I think this is a statement win for the Toronto Raptors. I think they go in, take care of business in Washington, and go out and start a little bit of a streak. They've been one of the more profitable teams against the spread this year. They're 23-19 against the spread, which is up there. It's ninth in the league, and they're covering at almost 55%. So they're one of your more profitable teams this year. I'm going to back them today against the Washington Wizards, grabbing the Raptors out of pick'em.
Yeah, I had this game around pick'em in this game, so I'm not getting involved in this one here. I just don't see enough value. I guess it would be a slight lean towards Toronto in this game. I think I had them at -0.5 for the spot. So other than that, though, it's a plain and simple pass for me.
Yep. Hello, followers. The Knicks are just like the Lakers. You mean the Fakers? Can't be trusted. No, they cannot. I even said that yesterday. I did not trust the Knicks to cover a spread. I didn't trust the Pelicans either. That's why I didn't bet that game. I almost bet the Pelicans. So there you go. You mean the Fakers, Tim, not the Lakers. You said that during. Yes, the Fakers. Do you believe in Nikola Jokic to get another triple-double? Why not? What has proved to you that he's not going to today? He could have easily had he scored 49 points. He could have easily had a 49-15-15 last game, to be honest. There was a couple of attempted assists
overtime.
In overtime, but there was a couple of assists that like missed layups and stuff that should have been good. Jokic should have had like 13, 14 assists yesterday or the other day against the Clippers. Yes, I think he has another big game, and especially against Memphis. We'll go over that game in a little bit, but yes, he should have a big game. Hornets, yes. Bucks, we'll go over that game next. Ohio, I'm guessing now you jumped into college basketball. Ohio, sure. Illinois, slightly towards Illinois, that's fine. Illinois State, that's fine. And Cleveland State, I think that one was exactly neutral, so we have nothing for that one. If that's a parlay of all money line, that's fine. That's a juicy parlay, but Rockets' first quarter has been a good casher. We'll get into that game in a little bit, and I think that that might be a decent spot. But we'll go to this game next, Nick.
Yeah, we have a matchup between the Chicago Bulls at the Milwaukee Bucks in this one here. Bucks are 10.5-point home favorites in this spot. Total 227.5. Are you looking at anything in this game?
Yeah, they're 10.5-point favorites for a reason. No Zach LaVine still, and no Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo Ball is going to miss 4 to 6 weeks, so that's going to hurt the Bulls. He'll undergo procedure on his left meniscus, so he'll be sidelined for at least 4 to 6 weeks. Zach LaVine will be with the knee injury, is going to be out. Bulls next upcoming 3 road games, which I believe this is like the second or third one of that. So he'll be back soon. But yeah, Bucks are 10.5 points for favorites for a reason. There's not going to be much for shooters in terms of the Bulls side because with no LaVine and Ball, I'm not betting this one because if anything, it would be a lean towards Chicago at this point, considering that this game started at a -9 for Milwaukee and now it's up to a 10.5. It would definitely be a lean towards Chicago at this line, but I did not get to it.
I did get to it. I took 10.5 points here with Chicago. Looking at this spot, I had this game handicapped at around 6.5, which I know it probably should be around 7.5. My power rankings for this because Chicago are missing a couple guys, but I think this is a little bit too much of an overreaction to this line. It's now at an 11. So I could have gotten a half point better as well if I waited a couple minutes. I think that the Bulls keep this within double digits. I don't think that's asking too much here of the Chicago Bulls in this game. A team that should have decent depth too. I think you mentioned that earlier in the season that Chicago has some depth as well.
They do.
So I think that at the very least, their depth can keep this within 10 points. I get it. They're facing a really good Bucks team, but 10.5 points, that's just too many in this spot for the Bucks. And there's a couple spots later where double digits, I don't think is the double digit amounts are not enough. This is too many.
Yeah, no, I agree with that one. Referring to Jokic, yes, he's a scoring machine. Practically, he's the only one that scores on the team for right now. Wait until Murray and Porter get back, and then, well, even Porter gets back, it won't be until probably close to playoffs, but we'll see. Nets, next game up next, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Brooklyn Nets at the San Antonio Spurs in this one here. This line has moved. It was like, I think 3 this morning. Now it's down to a 1-point favorite for the Brooklyn Nets. Total 232. Your thoughts?
I'm on Brooklyn. I remember before when I actually liked Brooklyn a lot more without Kevin Durant. And I know that seems a little bit crazy, but it's because this team is no longer a 7-8 point favorite now. Again, they would have been like probably 5-6 point favorites against Spurs today if there was Kevin Durant. And without him, they started at a 3 and got bet down to a 1. This is a net spot for me. Kyrie will be able to play, seeing that this is not in New York. And I thought Kyrie would get off to a sluggish start. He has not, averaging 22 points a game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's been pretty solid in his couple of games. And those numbers are a little bit skewed because he didn't get as much playing time in a blowout game. So that's kind of a little bit of a skewed spot. Kyrie's making a difference in this team, especially on the road. Do I like the Brooklyn Nets to do anything big this year? No. Unless Kyrie can play at home, this team is not going anywhere. But on the road, I feel like I like the Nets on the road more than I like them at home. So I'm grabbing them. I grabbed a money line, I think, minus 115 against the Spurs today.
Yeah. One thing I got to say with Kyrie Irving is watch his opinion on the whole matter change all of a sudden on a dime when playoffs are involved. Because regular season, I don't think you can give 2 craps. But all of a sudden, I might miss playoff games. All right, I'm suiting up. Let's go. I think all of a sudden his opinion will. I think his opinion will all of a suddenly magically change the day before playoffs.
I don't think so. The only reason why I don't think so is he's set in his ways. He missed half the season because of it. He's not gonna change it just because. If he would have changed his decision, he would have done it before the season started.
Oh, come on, don't pretend like NBA players don't fake injuries and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden I'm better for the playoffs. Come on, You see all these little I stubbed my toe injuries during the regular season, and then you see so and so played with a broken freaking leg in the second round of the playoffs. Like, come on, you know the NBA players, they'll switch right on the dime when playoffs are involved because they don't care about the regular season, and that's plain and simple truth. So I all I'm saying is I think Kyrie might all of a sudden let me go do this now so I can play at home during the playoffs. For me, pass. Simple passing for me in this game here. I don't want anything to do with this game.
Fair enough. I definitely see the Nuggets game going over me too. Nuggets first half, Hornets first half, Heat money line. I like it. We'll go keep rolling into this game, Nick.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the Detroit Pistons and the Utah Jazz for this next matchup. The Jazz are 13, now 14-point favorites in this game, total of 219. I know you love laying big points in the NBA. Are you looking at doing it today?
Nope. I'll lay 30-something points in college basketball. I don't care. But when it comes to NBA, they're professional teams, and I stop myself at 10. It'd be a lean towards the Pistons in this game. I don't know what's going on with the Utah Jazz lately, but it has not been pretty. 3-10 in the last 10 games, 3-10 against the spread. Not a team that I'm willing to back. I know they're in Utah, so it might be a better spot, and this is why I'm not betting the game. I could see Detroit keeping this one really close. That or this game's over by halftime. So that's why I really didn't get a handle on this game. I'm not going to be betting it. Detroit sucks this year. We all know that. Utah is a title contender. We know that. So this is a game, Utah, this is a game you should win by like 20. So win this game by 20. Start proving us wrong. I pass on this game.
Yeah, you remember how you said it's going to be over by halftime? Yeah, I think that. I'm going to lay the 13.5 points with the Jazz here off a loss. This is a Detroit Pistons team I look to fade any way, shape, or form I can. And I'll lay points against. I mean, I laid 15 points with the Warriors against the same Pistons team, and they took care of business in that game. I can see this being a 30-point game. If you want, you can take the first half minus 8.5. I think this is a 12, 15-point game at halftime. If you want to limit the amount of points you have to lay. But I'm going to go with the Jazz here. I'll lay the 13.5 with them. I have this game at 16 as my projected line, so I see value on this even at 13.5.
I like it. Now, I know this is the game that a bunch of people have already been mentioning in the chat, and this is probably one of my favorite games of the day. I actually did a free pick video for this one on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel, but you'll be able to hear it now.
Yeah, we're looking at the Denver Nuggets hosting the Memphis Grizzlies. We have the Nuggets as 3.5-point home favorites. Total of 223.5 in this game. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'm currently pulling up a prop because you guys can probably guess what the prop is already, but I wanted to see if that line was up already. It should be under there. Plus 175, Nikola Jokic to record a triple-double. I'm going to go ahead and put that into my plays as well. Jokic, triple-double. Triple-double at plus 175. It looks like Jokic touchdown at 175. Jokic triple-double plus 175. This guy's been automatic. He's the MVP of the league back-to-back. He kind of has to be at this point. He's up to a plus 450. So he's still third place in the MVP voting behind Giannis and Curry. He shouldn't be. We've seen the difference that Jokic has made this year, but I'm not going to get into a rant about Nikola Jokic. I'm on the over for this game. I got it at free pick yesterday. We had it at 220. It's up to a 223.5. I got it at 224. I still think this game goes way over that total, even though there's not as much value on it. The Nuggets have been playing some really good ball in terms of scoring. Memphis, we've seen what Memphis has done. This is kind of the two players that I have MVP tickets on this year going up against each other with Ja Morant and Nikola Jokic. Unfortunately, Ja Morant's dropped down to a plus 1,100. I got him at 1,000, so I don't think Memphis has got to win the East in order for him to really have a shot at the MVP. But I think this is a battle of the reigning MVP and a future MVP. So I think it's going to be a really good game. I like the over in this one. Lean towards Denver as well because home team, and they're pretty good at home this year, 12-8 at home. So lean towards Denver in this game, but I got the over. And Nikola Jokic triple-double.
Sounds good. Yeah. I do have a play on this one here, and I'm sorry, Tim. I'm going to fade your Nuggets here. I'm on the Grizzlies plus 3.5 and on the money line at plus 135. We look at what Memphis has done this year as an underdog. They're 14-7 against the spread. As a road underdog, they are 10-5 against the spread. This is a team that looks really good, especially when you're giving them points. And they haven't been underdogs that often this year. But when they do, they're usually really good in this role. And I had this game around a 1 pick 'em here. So you're giving me plus 135 with a team that has been one of the best against the spread this year. They are number 3 in the NBA and against the spread, 30-17, only behind Cleveland and Oklahoma City. This is a team I'm looking to back, especially when you mentioned earlier with what Denver's done. They're 18-25, 41.9% against the spread this year. This is not a good ATS team with the Denver Nuggets, and I don't know if I like laying points with the Nuggets right now. We saw this the other night. They are not to be trusted as a favorite. You went to overtime as an 8.5-point favorite against the Clippers, a banged-up Clippers team with no George Paul. Or Paul George. Paul George. I'm trying to basketball here. But, the Denver Nuggets are not a team I particularly trust. They're 10-14 against the spread as a favorite this year. Give me the Grizzlies plus 3.5 and on the money line plus 135 as well.
That's fair. Listen to Terry. He says, hit the like button. You damn right should.
And Tim froze.
Oh.
There we go.
At what point did I freeze?
You said you damn well should hit the like button, like what Terry said.
All right, and then I said this is the last game of the NBA slate. And then we'll get to your hockey. Houston Rockets. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, Houston Rockets are at the Golden State Warriors here. Warriors on a second half of a back-to-back, but 10.5-point home favorites here in this one, total of 228. What are you looking at for this one?
Lean towards Houston, but I did not bet it. This could be either one of two things. Houston comes out, covers, maybe even beats the Warriors with Warriors being on the second leg of a back-to-back, or Warriors are pissed off about last night going into overtime and they smack the ever-living crap out of Houston and win by 25. I honestly, that it's a coin flip on which way that will go. Therefore, I'm not interested in this game. Ending off the night with a pass. Lead towards an over. Lead towards an over. Rockets don't believe in defense, and at 228, that's kind of a low total for them. Golden State's on the second leg of a back-to-back. The only reason why I didn't bet it, but lean towards Houston, lean towards the over, but did not bet this game.
Yeah, it's very rare I feel this confident on a play where I would bet it this certain way here. I love Golden State in this matchup here. We look at what Golden State has done this year against the spread after a loss. They are the second best team off of a loss. They're 9-3 against the spread this year. This is the third. Yesterday was the 13th game they lost. They were 12-point underdogs, and I had the Pacers yesterday. I'm going to back the Warriors here. I had this game around 16 as my projected line. I'm expecting an absolute blowout in this game to a point where I rarely do this, and it's been a while since I've done this. I'm doubling up on this game. Give me the Golden State Warriors in the first half, minus 6.5, and the Golden State Warriors full game at minus 10.5. I see an absolute blowout. I think this is a double-digit spread by halftime, and I think this is a 15, 20-point win for the Golden State Warriors today. So give me the double-up spot here, minus 6.5 first half, minus 10.5 full game.
That's fair. By the way, no Klay Thompson tonight and no Draymond Green for the Warriors. Just figure that one out there. I still don't think that's a problem. No. Wake up and get this money. Yes, we are. All right, Nick. You got some hockey to talk about. You get to start off with the New York Rangers heading to Carolina to face off against the Hurricanes. 160 favorite for the Canes, total of 5.5. Where are you looking in this game?
Yeah, I like this slate for the NHL tonight. We have the New York Rangers heading into Carolina in this one here. Rangers are 26-10-4 this season. They're 21-19 against the spread. They're 13-25 over under, 15-7-2 on the road. We have the Carolina Hurricanes who are 26-8-2, 21-15 ATS, 14-19 over under, 12-4-1 at home this year. These are the battle of the top two teams in the Metro Division right now as we speak for point-wise. And looking at what these two teams have done recently, if we look at Carolina, they've had at least the 5.5 expected goals in all of their last 5 games. The Rangers have at least 5.5 expected goals in 3 of their last 4, with one of their being a 5.22 expected goals, so close there as well. I expect a little bit of regression from this goaltending for New York Rangers. They've been giving up less goals than expected for the last 5 games. And 3 of their last 5 show that the game should have gone higher scoring than it actually did. And I think that we see a higher scoring game here as well. I'm on the Hurricanes. I got it at minus 145 about 5 minutes after the line dropped, and then it went right to 160. And I'm also on over 5.5 in this game at minus 121. I think we see a 4-2 type of Hurricanes win tonight. So give me the Canes minus 145. Give me the over 5.5 at minus 121.
I like it. I like it. Terry's got a bunch of hockey sticks. Warriors and the Warriors game under. I don't mind the I can't lay more than 10 points. That's just my rule. And then the under, I'd be leaning towards an over in that game. Keep on going with some more hockey. Pittsburgh Penguins in Columbus taking on the Blue Jackets. Pittsburgh minus 220 in this game, 6.5 user total. Where are you going in this one, Nick?
Yeah. And by the way, anyone in the chat, if you guys have any opinions on the hockey slate, I would love to hear them. So let me know in the live chat. Give me give me someone to debate with a little bit on some of these games. I don't know. Have some fun in the chat as well. But yeah, looking at this game, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins heading into Columbus. Pittsburgh coming in off of a long road trip. They play one game at home after a 6-game road trip West Coast, and then they head right back out on the road to Columbus. Interesting scheduling situation there. Pittsburgh coming in 24-10-5. They're 20-19 against the spread, 20-18 over under, 13-5-3 on the road this year. Columbus 18-18-1. They're 21-16 against the spread. They're 23-13 over under. They're 11-6-1 though at home this year. This is a much better home team than they are road team. And if I'm not mistaken, it potentially could be Louis Domingue in net for these Pittsburgh Penguins with or Casey DeSmith in net. Louis Domingue's on the IR. He's not expected back until the 25th. So this may be a Casey DeSmith sighting here for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I got it at over 6 in this game at minus 115. I don't mind the 6.5. The 6.5 does scare me a little bit though. With expected goals in the last 5 games, Pittsburgh has gone over 6.5 in 4 of their last 5. The only one they didn't go over 6.5 was a 6.48 expected goal total. I see that they should be going with higher scoring than they have been, judging on expected goals in 3 of their last 5 games. On the other side, Columbus should have gone over 6 in 3 of their last 5. Last night they were on a back-to-back. Or they're on the back-to-back they played last night against Philly, and they won 2-1 in that game. That game should have been a much higher scoring game. That should have been more towards 4-2 in favor of Philly. So they got outchanced and they got dominated in that game a little bit. I'm on over 6 in this game. I think we see a higher scoring matchup for this one. I cashed the over last night with Pittsburgh. We're going right back to it today. Over 6, Pittsburgh and Columbus.
I like it. Money makers coming into the chat. Islanders money line, Carolina money line, Wild money line, and a parlay.
Islanders money line, careful. Arizona's been a little bit sneaky as of late. They've been very scrappy. They're kind of like I'm trying to think of an NBA equivalent of a team that sucked, but kind of like Oklahoma City recently, where they're covering spreads, they're keeping games competitive, but they're not a good team. Carolina money line, I like that. They're at home. I like that spot. And then Wild, yeah, I'm on the Wild as well. So yeah, I don't mind that at all.
Dre stopped in and said wants to peep and say stop by to peep some hockey. Go Canes.
Go Canes.
I will say me and Nick will be going to 2 Canes games in next month?
April.
In April.
7th and 8th.
Yeah, we'll be going back to back, and we'll have 2 different jerseys on. We'll have a Buffalo Sabres jersey on the first night, and then an Islanders jersey on the second night. So, we figured we mentioned we're going to some Canes games. We're not rooting for them, but
Buffalo Sabres jerseys.
Yes, we have to go get some Buffalo Sabres jerseys. Suppness. So many goalies need to be confirmed. So many could go for this way with this goalie, and the other way with the other. So many teams are playing back-to-back or 3 and 4 days.
Yeah, the best you can do, and this is part of the gambling of it with betting lines early, is I project goalies. So if there's a back-to-back, I'll project the backup to play the second game or whatever, so stuff like that. So I'm expecting Casey DeSmith in net for Pittsburgh tonight. And I'm trying to remember. I think it was Merz Leakins in net last night. So it should be Jonas Corposalo in net for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. So I expect fireworks in this game. I expect this could easily be a 5-3 game.
That's fair. We'll go over to that Islanders game now. Islanders are a 240 home favorite versus the Arizona Coyotes. Total of 5.5. What are you thinking of this one, Nick?
Yeah, in this spot here, I may have an unpopular opinion in this game, but we'll break down these. We'll go over these teams real quick. The Arizona Coyotes come into this game 24-4. They're 18-20 against the spread this year. They're 17-21 over under. We have the Islander, or they're 5-11-3 on the road. I'm reading quick here. The Islanders 13-6 this season. Kind of disappointing this year for them. 13-19 against the spread. 11-20 over under. 6-6-3 with at home this year at UBS Arena. And I know everybody looks at Arizona, thinks they can't produce offense, mainly because they can't. 2.26 goals scored per game this year. And we look at the Islanders as an under team as well, which makes a little bit of sense. But when I dove into this game a little bit here, first of all, they're giving us a team total of 1.5 with the Arizona Coyotes in this game. I took that right away. That's a minus 160, but I like that play. I think they get at least 2 goals tonight. Expected goals for Arizona in their last 5 games, 3 out of the 5 they've gone over 2, or over 1.5. They've gone over 1.5 in all 5 of those. On the other side, the Islanders have given up at least 2.02 expected goals in all 5 of their last 5 games. So I expect 3. I expect 2 goals at least from the Coyotes here tonight. If not, 3. If you want to over 2.5 at probably some really nice plus money, I don't hate that at all. I think this is a close game. I can see this being a 3-3 at the end of the late game here. I like the over. I like the Arizona Coyotes team total. I like the Coyotes puck line here at plus 1.5 to keep it close. We know the Islanders don't really blow anybody out. They're a team that they'll win 3-2, 4-3 type of games. And I know everybody thinks the Islanders as a under team, but expected goals said they should have gone over 5.5 in 3 of their last 4 games. And the one game that didn't in the last 4 was a 5.23. So it was kind of close. I expect some positive scoring regression from the Islanders. And we know the Arizona Coyotes gives up chances. They've given up at least 3 expected goals in 4 of their last 5 games. So I expect a higher scoring game in this one here. Over 5.5 Islanders and Coyotes. Coyotes team total over 1.5. And the puck line for the Coyotes as well, plus 1.5 around minus 115.
I like it. Better bring a Canes jersey to that Sabres matchup. You'll want to switch sides halfway through the first. No,
I got a Canes jersey.
Nope. I don't switch sides. I'm sticking with my Sabres, and I'll have money on them too that night. I don't care what the line is. Would you take Penguins over 6.5?
With DeSmith and Korpisalo in, absolutely.
There you go. Wild versus Blackhawks is a perfect example. Fleury or Lankinen, Talbot or Capo.
Yeah, let's see if there's any confirmation goalies on this one. Still, I look at my numbers and there's no confirmed goalies, which I believe this is the next game we're going over, if I'm not mistaken, is Wild. And we have one more game before that?
No. Red Wings game will be the next one.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over that game soon.
Blues, Islanders, Stars. Stars play today? No, they don't.
Yeah, they play.
That next game. Yeah. Blues, Islanders, Stars for hockey. Illinois, Ohio, and then Heat, Hornets, and Bucks parlay. Good luck. Yotes puck line, you hit the like. Dang right, you did. Hornets -9. The over in Philly. The under in Wizards, and then the Celtics money line. Hey, I like that Hornets play. Good luck with your parlay. All right, Nick. Dallas Stars and Detroit Red Wings. This one's a pick 'em essentially. Back to back for Dallas on the road. Total of 5.5. Where are you rolling in this one?
Well, if there's ever a time to back Detroit against Dallas, this is probably the spot. I want nothing to do with this game. We look at it. Dallas comes into this game 19-16-2. They're 17-20 against the spread. They're 15-22 over under, 5-12-1 away from home. Really bad road team. They struggled to beat a Sabres team last night. On the other side, but granted, that was with Holtby in net. It's Ottinger tonight. 18-17-5 are the Detroit Red Wings, 17-23 against the spread, 20-19 over under, 13-6-2 at home this year. Pretty decent home team. So we get a decent home team in Detroit, a bad road team in Dallas, and let's throw on a pick 'em. I lean towards the over in this game, surprisingly. Detroit's gone over 5.5 expected goals in 4 of their last 5. The only thing is that they're not producing that much offense expected goals-wise. They've gone under 3 expected goals in 4 of their last 5. On the other side, Dallas, they should have gone over and they should have dominated last night. 6.34 to 2.37 expected goals against Buffalo. So that game should not have been as close as it was. I expect some positive scoring regression here from Dallas a little bit as well. I lean over in this game. I did not bet it. I might add the over in this game, and I might add the Stars team total over, which is a 2.5 at -140. Those are 2 plays I will be looking at a little bit throughout the day. I don't know if they're going to make my card, but they're definitely leans in this one. I would have to lean Stars at that price against the Red Wings, and I would lean over in this one.
Sounds good. Rickett is sounding really smart when he says Sabres for the cup. Yeah. Sorry. Smash the like. Red Wings money line -105. Can't trust the Stars.
No, you cannot. But at this price, I wouldn't. I need a little bit more in order to back the Red Wings.
You're dang right for the cup. They have a 0.1% chance at winning the cup. They still have a shot. Canes over 5.5. Red Wings money line. Panthers team total over 3.4, and Lightning puck line.
I like the Canes over. I don't know about the Red Wings. The Red Wings, I don't really want anything to do with that game from a side perspective. Panthers team total, I won't talk you off of that one. And then the Lightning puck line, I won't talk you off of that one either.
Sounds good. We'll go ahead and move on. We got 4 games left, but this should be an all right game. Minnesota Wild taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. This one's in Chicago. Wild are 125 favorite. Total of 5.5. Where are you looking in this one, Nick?
Man, you're a jackass. I heard you. You almost said mild there the first time there.
No, I didn't. No, I was going to say Wild. I was saying Wild.
No, we have the Minnesota Wild. 22-10-3 heading into this game, 19-16 against the spread, 21-13 over under, 10-7-2 on the road. Chicago is 18-15-6 this year, 20-19 against the spread, 17-18 over under, 8-7-3 at home this year. And for me here, this is plain and simple. I don't care who the goalies are for this matchup here in this spot. Even if it's Marc-Andre Fleury, I like Kokkonen and I like Talbot over Fleury right now. And I think the Wild win both of these matchups. They play again tomorrow in Minnesota. I am on the Wild money line. I'm at around -127. I'm on over 5.5 for this matchup as well. I think we see goals, and I think we see Wild goals. If you guys are looking at the team total over 3.5 at a nice juicy plus price, I wouldn't talk you off of it. The Wild have been looking pretty good. And on the other side, in the last 2 games for Chicago, they've given up 3.55 and 4.69 expected goals. And it's not like they were to really good teams. It was Anaheim and it was Seattle. Both those games should have gone way over 7.03 and a 7.93, and they finished at 3-2 and 3-0. So this is a game where I'm expecting some major positive scoring regression here for the Chicago side. And we all know that Minnesota can put up some goals as well. I like over 5.5, and I like the Minnesota Wild money line here at around minus 127.
There you go. Go Wild. Nick, now you got me in trouble. I didn't say mild. I was saying wild. Shut up. Do y'all like the over in the Spurs game? I did last night on NBA Total Chaos. Why not? Nets could put up points, and the Spurs have been a really good offensive team and not a good defensive team lately. So I don't mind that. Yes, you're a mod. Behave. We'll keep on rolling. We got 3 games left. The Tampa Bay Lightning are heading into Anaheim to face off against the Ducks. Lightning are at a minus 225 favorite in this game. Total is 6. Where are you looking in this one, Nick?
Yeah, this is Lightning or nothing really for me. We look at the Lightning here. They're 27-9-5. They've really turned into what looks like one of the best teams in hockey recently. 20-21 against the spread, 23-17 over under, 13-5-2 away from Amalie Arena. On the other side, Anaheim is 19-16-7, 27-15 against the spread, 18-23 over under, 12-7-4 at home this year. They have regressed back down. It was a little unsustainable in the beginning of the season, what they did, and now they're starting to regress. We have, looking at Anaheim, they have been kept under 2.5 expected goals in 4 of their last 5 games. And when we look at Tampa Bay, they've had 2.7 or lower expected goals allowed in 4 of their last 5 games. They had an expected goals allowed of 4.05 against the Kings in their last game. But this is a spot here where I like the under in this game, under 6. I like what Vasilevsky's been doing here. If there's a prop available on your book, I would look for the Lightning to win by a shutout. Maybe look for a Vasilevsky shutout in this game. I like the team total under 2.5 for the Ducks as well. They're just not producing anything offensively. I don't know if Troy Terry's going to be back. So I'm going to go with the under 6 in this game. I got it at a minus 105. And I also like the team total under 2.5 for the Ducks. I expect a lower scoring game. And if you're looking for a side in this one here, obviously 225 is a little juicy. I'd probably look at the Tampa Bay Lightning in regulation at minus 160 or take the Tampa Bay puck line around plus 110.
Yeah, there you go. I think the Lightning will take home the cup this year. Honestly speaking, Buffalo for the cup is fun to say, but it's outlandish. We know it's outlandish.
Yeah. Tim first. Okay. Yeah. No, I believe the Lightning are the play for the Stanley Cup. If we're talking right now, 8-1, I think there's some nice little value there with the Lightning. We know what they have the depth. We know what they've done in the playoffs. Lightning are a good Stanley Cup pick right now.
Oh, I mean, plus 100,000 for the Sabres. No, I'm kidding. He knows it's all outlandish. I don't know, Ricky, if you know the story behind it. Me and Allie both have $1 on the Buffalo Sabres to win the cup. Best dollar that we both ever spent. 50 cents to annoy Nick, 50 cents to annoy Lenny. That's why we're all big with the Buffalo for the cup. Yeah. So it's all fun thing with me and Allie that we're really annoying the crap out of Nick and Lenny with. So best dollar I've ever spent. 2 games left. Florida Panthers in Vancouver taking on the Canucks, the Knuckleheads. Florida minus 210 favorite, total of 7.
And Tim Froskin. Yeah, for this game here, I can't believe the line I got for this one here. I think I bet it this morning when the line came out, and I got Florida and Vancouver over 6.5 at minus 109. This has since gone up to a 7. And it's rightfully so. I said last night with that 7 that I was only looking under. This one's different. I'm only looking over in this spot. Looking at this game, we have Vancouver or Florida who have had at least 3 expected goals in all of their last 5 games. They've given up at least 3 expected goals, 3.28 expected goals in 4 of their last 5 games. They've gone over 7 expected goals in all of their last 5 games. We have Vancouver on the other side, who has given up at least 3 expected goals in 4 of their last 5 games. They've gone over 6.5 in 3 of their last 5 games, over 7 in 2 of their last 5. But and I also see 5 out of the last 5 games for Vancouver. Their expected goals total has been higher than the actual game total. And it's going to be, I believe, Spencer Martin in net here for the Vancouver Canucks because Thatcher Demko had gone into COVID protocol. And so this is not a good situation for these Vancouver Canucks. I'm trying to find, Spencer Martin, which I believe this will be his debut. 26-year-old who hasn't played since the 2016 season. So I expect goals in this one here. Usually a goalie like this, a little bit an older goalie, and he's not 23, 22 making his first start like this. So maybe he shows up and he looks pretty decent, kind of like what we saw with Michael Hauser the other night. But this is not the team to do it against. Florida is a juggernaut of an offensive team. I cashed an under 7 last night with this team, and they made me sweat, even though it was 2-0 heading into the third period. This team is relentless when it comes to scoring. We saw that last night where it was 2-0 heading into the third period, and they put up 4 goals in the third period, and they did not stop. So this is a relentless team that does not ever take their foot off the gas pedal when it comes to scoring, which is absolutely terrifying. So this team can easily run it up. I see this as a 5-3, 5-4 type of game here. I'd caution the Florida Panthers puck line or anything like that, but I like the over in this game. I got it at 6.5. It's now a 7. 7 scares me for totals here. I don't know if I would bet it in over 7 in the NHL, but this would definitely be a game I would. A backup goaltender making his first start of the season versus a juggernaut of an offensive team in Florida on a second half of a back-to-back with most likely Spencer Knight in net for Florida. So over 6.5 is what I got to it. If you guys can still find a 6.5, I would go for it. 7, you're getting plus money for it, so I wouldn't mind it at all.
There you go. I've been staring at this comment for a little bit, and I'm ready for this. Earle Sports Bet's been bad. Picks been bad. I'm just being real. Yeah, we've had a really, really rough stretch the past couple of days where we're up 7 units yesterday and almost 20 units the last week. It's been really, really rough. I agree. I don't know how I'm making money off of this. So, yeah, it's been a really, really rough stretch, Mike. I realize that. Yeah, really, really rough. No, Tim, not Terry, I'm busting on you. Fade them. Yeah, if you don't think we're doing good, fade us. Blues puck line, that's fine. You need to step it up because the video's been off too. Oh, I was looking at this one too. Yesterday for video picks. Yes, we had the under in that Florida State game, which did not work out. And then Nick had the over in the Kraken game that didn't work out.
Should have, though.
The other 3 videos plays we gave out were the under in Memphis, which was an easy casher. We gave out the over in that UMKC game, easy casher, and the under in that Florida game. So a 3-2 video day yesterday. So no, it's been a really it's been a really, really rough stretch. I 100% agree. Also Panthers and Reg, can't turn that one down.
No, yeah.
You like the Leaves to win the cup?
They need to win a playoff series first before I talk about them winning a cup. It's like the damn Cowboys
of Leaves. Yeah, okay. But much love. Happy New Year's. Yep. Sounds good, dude. I like the Panthers over 6.5 at -135. That would be where I would want to get it. Vancouver Canucks and Florida over and over 3.5 for the Panthers.
Yep. I wouldn't talk you off of either.
There you go. I went in for Kraken. I went in for the Kraken with a group of friends to win the cup, and we've had a fun text thread and how awesome. Yeah, exactly. That. See, that's the whole fun in it. Nick wanted me to get into hockey this year. The best way I could do it was through memes. So I became a Buffalo Sabres fan just for it. Yoink. So there you go. I didn't know where it came from, but there's been great fun to watch. Yes, best dollar I've ever invested. Ask them to show a record of picks. They won't because it's 30% on videos. Picks, you go broke that way.
I need to go. I kind of want to go back and watch all our videos and track what our video plays have done.
I know it's been a rough start to 2022, to be honest, but I think we've been pretty well on that. Keep in mind, we're like the college basketball games. We just pick like 2 or 3 out each night. So we could have a good night and we happen to pick out 2 or 3 plays that we thought were good and ended up being losers on the thing. So it happens. It happens. We'll see how it goes. Much love. We appreciate it. Video picks are not the best picks. They're free. Exactly. I mean, all the video picks are up on the site as well, but most of the time video picks are
we bet these games too.
Yeah, we bet these games. Most of the time, the video picks, like the videos I'll do, like yesterday, I picked out the UMKC game because I really liked that game. I liked UMKC. They're one of my favorite teams to bet this year. For whatever reason, we always seem to have value on them. And then I wanted to pick out a bigger game, so that's why I went with the Memphis game. Memphis, bigger name. SMU is ranked or close to ranked, so that's a good matchup. Like normally the video plays are the plays that we think the games that are going to get the most views, if that makes sense. That or we'll pick out an obscure one like the UMKC. Not a lot of people are betting that game, but like one of the free pick videos I did for college basketball last night was Michigan State and Wisconsin. That one's going to get views throughout the day because those are the two. That's the biggest game of the day. That's going to get views. Is that our best bet? No, it's probably mid-pack, but we figured Wisconsin and Michigan State will probably get more views than St. Peter's and whoever they're playing today. And Niagara or Manhattan.
Yeah, because you also got to think about it this way with this as well, is we're still a YouTube channel and we want to get views on our content and games we choose. Yeah, like yesterday alone, we had 30 plays, at least 30 plays in college basketball, and I mean we choose 2, 3 to do videos on. Guess what? We can go 27-3, and what happened? Those 3 can be losers. Like that can happen. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we still want to get like views and stuff, so we pick the bigger games out, and sometimes it doesn't look as good at what we're doing because we just happen to pick the wrong games to do free pick videos for. Plain and simple. It happens.
But at the end of the day, we get to come back and we get to still.
He froze again.
Create content. We're doing well now. We're profitable 5 out of our last 6 days. So, yeah, I like that, bro. You real? I'm not sure. Yeah, no, you're good, dude. Hey, we appreciate people that like you coming on, and I always love messing with people that that kind of shit talk. Because I love seeing those people that come on and be like, oh, your play sucked. That was a big loser, not even close. I'll just go on to the comments and say, thanks, smiley face, and walk away. So I can't believe Sabres, they didn't win last night. They did not win last night. Ohio over 148. You're bringing back the college basketball. No, we lean towards the under. We out at 146. Didn't bet it. Illinois minus 4.5. It would be a lean that way, 2-point lean, but didn't bet it. And then the MSU game, I like that one. I can't believe it's not butter. Yep. Facts I did. Yeah, no, you're good. Dude, why do I keep freezing? But I'm good now. But you see, I'm watching. Yeah, I got you, bro. We appreciate people like you too, because it's extra motivation. So we do appreciate people like you guys, people that come in and not exactly troll us, but kind of like say, oh, that pick didn't work out, or I disagree. It's okay to disagree and everything, but last game of the day, we'll stop ranting. St. Louis is in Seattle facing off against the Kraken. St. Louis minus 165, total of 5.5. Where are you looking at it?
I'm looking at it a little bit towards the under in this game. We have Seattle coming in going under 5.5 in 3 of their last 5 games, expected goals wise. On the other side, St. Louis has gone under that 5.5 expected goals in 3 of their last 5 as well. And uh, this is a spot where I stayed off this game. And as crazy as this sounds, I kind of lean towards the Kraken in this game. Um, I'm either at the +1.5, which is even though it's a -170, or +150 on the money line. I see this being a more competitive game than people think. Unfortunately, the one big factor that kept me off of this game is Joey Daccord is projected to net here for Seattle, so I don't really know what to expect from him. He hasn't played in a pretty long time. The last time he played was on December 6th. He gave up 3 goals on 27 shots. So that Joey Daccord is a big question mark for me, which kept me off the under and kept me off of the Kraken in this game. Kraken coming in, they had lost, I think, 8 straight games, but now they've won back-to-back. They won 3-2 against San Jose last night. They're on a second half of a back-to-back. Sometimes when it comes to those type of situations where, yes, they are on a back-to-back, but it's kind of good because I feel like it could keep the momentum going here for the Kraken. After struggling for so long, they've now won back-to-back games. You want to get back on the ice and you want to continue playing with this momentum that they now have. So it'd be a lean towards Kraken in this game for me. A lean towards the under. I did not bet this game though.
Sounds good. Hey, AJs, everybody does their own thing. They're there for win. And that's the purpose of having those capping channels and everything, and capping like the website with picks and parlays and ESP, is for the people who want to bet on stuff but don't have the time to research and everything. That's what we do. That's what we put the time into, and that's what you're paying for. So that's kind of, if they don't have time to do the research, that's fine. Butterworth, yes. Morning Twins, Nevada versus Fresno. We passed on that game. It would be a 0.5-point lean towards Fresno State and a 1-point lean towards the under, but nothing in that game. You're going
to he first, yeah.
Go and use the link in the description for. Did I freeze again?
Yeah.
What point did I not?
I don't think you read the entire. You didn't read the comment.
You're gonna try the 7-day pass. We appreciate that. Before you do that, I'm gonna try to save you as much money as I can, because I know a lot of people will end up going onto like the Picks and Parlay site and not realize that we have it. EarleSportsBets.com/promo. The link's in the description. Use the code YEAR, YEAR, at checkout. You get a week pass for $40. That's the best value that we have out of any of the sites, and it's on our site. Even if you don't want to go after our plays, and this is for everybody. If you guys don't want to go after our plays, want to go after who's hot. So and this is gonna be a little bit of the marketing part and trying to sell stuff, but Rickenbach's been doing well the past 7 days, and look at Craig Trapp. He's up 18 units for all year. Rickenbach's been good. Tim Michael's been really good. Cam Ross has been really good. So if you guys are interested in any of those guys, go on to the EarleSportsBets.com site and grab their packages over here. It helps me and Nick out as well. Even if you're not getting our packages, if you're getting stuff off of anybody for our site, me and Nick get a little piece of the pie. So you guys are supporting us, even if you're going and buying somebody else's packages. So figure I throw that one out there. We constantly are going to be pushing EarleSportsBets.com. That's how we're able to, we're making the money off of betting in general, but this is how we're able to support our career right now, which with ESP and all that stuff is through the website. So if you guys are interested in that, yes, Lenny's been hot too. Follow the Picks and Parlays TikTok as well. Lenny's been hot, and follow our TikTok. But that's enough. I don't really get into the premium stuff like extensively, but people bring it up. Figure I mention it. If you guys are interested, we're really hot right now. We're up 19 units the last 7 days, and if we have another positive day, that's only going to go up. So let's see it. That's the promo stuff. But Well, actually, we'll run the bumper, and she's going to tell you the exact same thing. So hold on one second.
Hey guys, EarleSportsBets.com has finally launched, and to show our appreciation for you, click on the link below or go to EarleSportsBets.com/promo to get the 7-day package for only $49. That's $120 in savings. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we got her. She's a pretty girl. At least listen to her, but it's always nice to have an extra voice in there. But housekeeping. I know we've been rambling on a little bit long today. Housekeeping. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. We actually we recently hit 1,600 subscribers, I believe, like a day and a half ago. Forgot to mention that during the stream. Thank you guys for that. We really do appreciate it. We're growing. So we really do appreciate everybody who stops by, says hi, gives us crap, gives us compliments, so good comments, bad comments, all that good stuff. We appreciate everybody who stops by and checks out the stream, leaves a like, subscribes, all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Because of you guys that we're able to do this full time. Also, check out all the links in the description. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, and the EarleSportsBets.com website, all linked down below. Also, Terry, if you're still in the chat, go and put the link to your channel, or either me or Nick can. Go check out Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. It's Terry Edelman's new show. He's part of this family. He's part of the Picks and he's part of not the Picks and Parleys, but he's part of the Earle Sports Bets family. He's an honorary Earle. Go check out the video. Actually, his first stream has now gotten over 100 views. So
Hell yeah.
So hell yeah, Terry. I'm putting your thing in the chat. Go check out Terry's stream. Or Terry's channel. Subscribe. Get him to 100 subscribers by the end of the month. Let's do that as well. We're gonna be pushing Terry as well. Love him. You're doing a great job, Terry. So keep it up. He's gonna be live at 5 o'clock today with NHL stuff. I figured I'd throw that one out first, and then
I'll be on the show as well.
Yeah, Nick will be on the show. So check out that. And then the Picks and Parlay scheduling for today. Craig already did his show. Me and Nick live now. Higgs is going to be live in about a minute. So if you guys are interested in heading over to that afterwards, that's over on the Winning Free Picks YouTube channel. Morning Wood with Last Woody Standing is at 1:30. That's with Allie Burns. 6 o'clock for Game Time Decision. And then there should be a couple of free pick videos and stuff coming out tonight. Lots and lots of content coming out on all the channels between Earle Sports Bets, Getting Wild with Terry and Friends, Picks and Parlays, and Winning Free Picks. Check out all of them and subscribe to all those channels. It's a community. It's a family. So we appreciate everybody who does that. You only bet $40 to $50 a game, low value, 3 to 4 plays a day. Hey, then go and yeah, that's fine. I bet $1 3 to 4 times. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're a low volume bettor, we're not the handicappers you want to follow then, because we're extremely high volume. If you want lower volume players, there are other lower volume players. I think we are the highest volume players on the Picks and Parlays website.
Yeah, it's not even close. I think we put out we have 24 plays out today alone, and that's a light day. So check that out. Boom, I'm checking it out. Yes, check them all out. We appreciate all the support on all the channels. But recap for today, and then we'll head on out. We've been live for an hour and a half. Basketball today, I'm on Charlotte -9, Brooklyn on the money line, Toronto money line, Philadelphia -8.5, Miami money line, Dan and Memphis. No, it's Denver and Memphis over the 224, and then Nikola Jokic triple-double at +175.
Yeah, for me, I am rocking with in the NBA. I'm on the Miami Heat at +110. I got the Portland Trailblazers at +8.5. I'm on the Bulls +10.5. The Utah Jazz at -13.5. I got the Grizzlies at +3.5 and +135 on the money line, half unit play there. And a double up here, Golden State, first half full game, -6.5 in the first half, -10.5 full game. On the ice, hey, give me the Hurricanes at -145. I like the over 5.5 as well in the Hurricanes. I got over 6 for Pittsburgh and Columbus. I'm on the puck line for the Arizona Coyotes plus the goal and a half minus 115, as well as the team total over 1.5 of them and the over 5.5 in general in that game. I am on the Wild money line minus 127. I'm on the over 5.5 with Wild and Blackhawks. I'm on the under 6 Tampa Bay and Anaheim, and I'm on the team total under for Anaheim as well of 2.5.
There you go. There you go. That is the complete slate for today. Nick, go ahead and wrap out the stream for today.
Yeah, that should just about wrap it up for this week. We want to thank you guys as always for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified whenever we go live here at ESP, which is every single morning, anywhere from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Sports Bet Show. That's going to just about do it for this one. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. This has been another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. Thank you guys as always, and good luck.
See you guys.